I would like to show you guys our brand new gym. It's time to pump some iron. Hey, what's up my fellow Twisters? Welcome back to another episode of our Let's Build series where we try to create our very own redstone bunker. You guys gave me a lot of awesome ideas in the last video, so let's go ahead and get started with this episode. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and try to build a laser detection system for our tunnel in our basement, as well as extend this area to build a gym / armory, and finally some prison cells on this side to keep any captives that we get in the future before we implement them down into our underground society. So let's go ahead and first get started by building our laser detection system. I have an 8x10 area dug out, so you guys could go ahead and follow along with me or click on the video on your screen or in the description box down below if you want a more in-depth tutorial. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started by first kind of adjusting this area over here, which is the area for my obsidian. And what I wanted to do is actually add in layers of obsidian surrounding our entire bunker and all of our creations and structures. So this is going to definitely be entirely foolproof, and we will be testing this out in the future and, you know, exploding some bombs or whatever. So let's go ahead and first fill out an area right over here. This is going to be a 3x4 area filled with our iron blocks, which is essential because we need it for our beacons. We place down 2 beacons right in the middle. Once we have that, we need to destroy like a bunch of blocks till we get to the top for the beacons to work, of course, but we'll do that a little bit later. Let's go ahead and now add in 2 of our red stained glass on top of that beacon to switch the color of the beacon to red. Once that is completed, place down a sticky piston facing this way, another one facing this way with 2 blocks of redstone on the face of those sticky pistons. Then what I want to do is just give myself some headroom over here. Then come down over here with another block of my choice, place it right over there, place it across here, 1 block up there, do the same on the other side. There we go, just follow along with me. And then we need to place on a bit of redstone dust over here, over there, on top of this block yet again, down here. Place down a redstone repeater right over there. Set that to 4 ticks. Do the same on the other side. Once you have that, you want to go ahead and add in a sticky piston facing this way on the side of this bit of redstone dust. So what you want to do is basically look at the hitbox of that redstone dust and then place down our sticky piston facing this way. Place down another block of redstone on top of our blocks of redstone, and that should create a very nice bud switch. Now, once we have that, I want to go ahead and just extend the floor over here. So I'm just going to place down some obsidian for the moment, and then we want to grab ourselves some string and place it on top of our pistons. So basically, when we go ahead and cross this, when the thing is activated, it will create a signal for us, which we can attach to a security system. All right, so let's go ahead and now build the rest of the structure. Let's just break these blocks over here so we can get started by, you know, actually working with this. What I want to do is first outline the area for the door out of our iron blocks, and this is going to help us kind of focus on what we have to do. So let's just break some of these blocks over there. So we have a 2x2 doorway. We need to come back down here right at the front, place down 2 sticky pistons facing down, and then place some blocks on the sides of these like so. Build it up 1 block like that. Destroy this area so you have a bit of room to work with. There we go. And add down 2 blocks over here yet again with a block up like that. Destroy the block at the bottom. Place down a bit of redstone dust here, a redstone repeater there, a redstone repeater here. Place down a redstone torch on top of this block after we first do something else. So what we need to do first before we place down the redstone torch is grab ourselves a regular piston and place it on this block right over there behind our block of redstone. And there we go. And we do the same on the other side. And we need to remove that torch. There we go. And now we need to come back around here, place down our redstone torch on top of this block. It should activate this piston, push it forward. And what this is going to allow it to do is to make the system basically turn off. So when this piston is extended, as you can see, obviously this won't be able to extend. So let's go ahead and do this on the other side. Yet again, we need to make some more room. Place down our redstone torch right over here, and our piston extends yet again. And now what we need to do is come back around here, grab ourselves a redstone repeater, place it down there, over here, and then connect it up using some redstone dust. Now what we need to do is basically connect this up to our trap, which is going to be a pitfall trap. Yet again, this is something I've done in the past, and if you guys want to go ahead and see an in-depth tutorial about that, I will definitely link it below. But now we need to just make some room on the side like so. And once we have that, I want to go ahead and place down a block over here, a bit of redstone dust on top of there, a bit of redstone dust here, a redstone repeater there, another bit of redstone dust there, dig out an area so we could place down a button on the side of that block. So let's go ahead and do that. What block can we replace? I guess we could do that. There we go. Once we have that, we need to place down another redstone repeater over here and basically make a T flip-flop. Alright, so we have made this T flip-flop several times in this series, so let's go ahead and do it again. We basically place down a sticky piston facing up with a block on its face, then place down a redstone repeater coming out of that block, going into another sticky piston facing this way, another block on its face, destroy this block over here, place down a torch in the hole, place down a redstone repeater right over there, and then place down a block over here with a torch on its face, place down a redstone repeater there, place down some redstone going towards this, and this should keep the system activated forever. And once we have that, we could go ahead and now connect it up to our pitfall trap. What we need to do is basically grab ourselves some of these blocks right over there that we use for the floor, which is going to be our iron blocks, extend it down to this area. Once we have that, we want to basically build it all the way out here and remove these torches and kind of build it out. There we go. Place down 2 of our sticky pistons like so, 2 blocks on its face, and our floor block right on the face of those sticky pistons. And I think at the moment I will just place down our iron blocks for the floor blocks, and then we'll replace it in the future since we could do that anytime that we like. Once we have that, we want to go ahead and do the same thing, extend it all the way down to the end, build it out. Place down 2 sticky pistons right over here and then 2 blocks on the face of that. Once they are extended, they should go ahead and have the pistons, like, you know, making the floor or whatever, and then they should open up once you activate the trap. Once you have that, you want to go ahead and place down a block on top of this redstone torch, place down a block over here, a block down here, connect this redstone up to this area by basically placing it right over there, place down a block down here, and then a block up like so, or actually maybe just place down a block over there and then wrap it around here. You can do this anywhere you like as long as it's not, you know, touching any of the other redstone, and then place down 2 bits of redstone dust there and then connect it up to that redstone torch, and that should be our system completed. Now, alright, so here's our system. I dug out the area at the top, that's why the beacons are now working, and I basically just cross over here, and yet again it opens up this pitfall trap and I fall down into the hole with perfect timing. Now what I did was I basically just added in the T flip-flop at a different area on the map, that way we don't have that stupid piston update. And also, what's cool about the system is that we have a manual reset button, so we can connect this up to a different area at the bottom of our map and add in that manual reset in order to reactivate that trap. So I added in some details into our tunnel, and one thing I did want to point out is that we do have obsidian surrounding all of the walls, and I did want to show you guys that because a lot of you do say that this is not going to work well against a bomb or something, but it is all surrounded by obsidian, guys. I am definitely keeping that in mind. So here's my hallway decorated. As you can see, it looks fairly nice. We have a lovely floor as well as our staircases covering up our pistons, some decorations on the wall as well as lighting in the ceiling. We'll get to the lighting in the ceiling in another video because I want to make an episode where I just add lighting for the entire basement area. So yeah, we'll definitely get back to that, but of course when you step over our tripwire, as you can see, the floor does still open up and we can then drop into whatever trap that we set. So I will put some lava down there, but let's go ahead and now begin building our armory slash gym. I'm just going to yet again outline the area with obsidian, and then once we do that, I'm going to cover it up with quartz and start decorating the area. Okay, so that is the area now lined with obsidian. I'm going to now cover it up with quartz. Alright, so there you have it. Our area is now completely filled out. I'm going to take the time now to decorate some stuff and figure out where things are going to go. I'm going to come back, show you guys what I did, and possibly rebuild everything so you guys can follow along with me. Okay, so I started to decorate the area. The first thing I did was outline 4 different places where I'm going to add in armor stand swappers that will be implemented in a future episode. So we're just going to keep that in mind, as well as we do have an area for a trampoline train to exercise our legs. We have some cool lockers on the corner which do work, and I'll get back to that in just a second. We have an area to lift some weights, and finally a treadmill. These are all role-playing, of course, but now let's go ahead and take a look at our working lockers. Basically, we open them up individually by using our levers at the top, then we click right at the bottom by using the same trick that we used for our fridge and one of the previous episodes to create a working locker. So as you can see, we have a diamond helmet in there. We have another item in here, I believe, so let's go ahead and click on that. As you can see, we have a golden chest plate, and basically you could access any one of these lockers. So to make this, guys, you want to go ahead and use that trick. If you guys did not see it, it's basically this. So what you need to do is basically dig down a block over here, place down 3 bits of snow on top of that. So 1, 2, 3. Place down a block on top of this area, place down a rail on top of the block with a minecart and a chest on top of the rail. Destroy the block and it will fall down into the hole. Then you can place down blocks on top of that and click on the bottom to access that minecart by going straight through the block. Now to place down an iron door, you basically place it this direction and then you activate it, you know, with a lever or whatever to make it into a locker. So that's basically how you do that, guys. As well as I started to add in some decorations to the wall. As you can see, I added in the biggest paintings you could find in Minecraft. They are separated by 5 blocks each, and we have 2 blocks in the middle to add in some lights. At the moment, I did not add in a working switch, but yet again, I will be adding in all of the lighting into one video so you guys could easily find that in one of the future episodes, which is going to include all of the hallway lighting like I mentioned previously. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at what I did over here. Basically, the whole concept is to add in a layer of our redstone torches, and our redstone torches are going to have our redstone lamps in front of them being powered, and of course we can invert those redstone torches in the future. After we do that, we could basically just add in a bunch of stained glass in a pattern like so. And as you can see, it looks fairly nice and definitely adds in a bit of character into the room. Now I'm going to decorate the final wall and then that wall over there, and then we should be done with this room, and then we can go ahead and end out the video. Okay, so I figured out a decoration for this side. It's going to be some lights behind a waterfall, and to make this, we just need to dig back a couple blocks, place down a layer of obsidian, and then another layer of torches yet again, just to turn on the lamps for this tutorial. And we basically fill out the front with our redstone lamps, dig an area at the top on the roof, and dig an area in the floor where the water is going to fall. Replace all of the blocks with our quartz, that way it looks nice, and then we place down a water bucket right in front of that. It should fall straight down into the hole, and then we should have these awesome lighting. Then I could go ahead and extend it in a future episode where it has lights all the way to the top instead of just cutting off at the bottom. That way it looks more complete. Now on this side, I added in a hole in the wall, and I'm going to add in a pretty cool decoration. On this side, yet again, we add in some more redstone torches that we can invert in the future. Place down some redstone lamps in front of that. Grab ourselves some stained blocks this time. Place down a bit of blue, and then place down a bit of red, and then light blue, red, light blue. And then what we need to do is basically place down item frames on top of this glass, and then clear our inventory and grab ourselves some weapons. So this is going to be a great way to showcase your weapons and to showcase any other items that you have. So let's go ahead and do this by placing down our iron sword, placing down a diamond sword, possibly grabbing an axe and replacing that sword with an axe. So let's go ahead and do that so we can cycle in between some weapons. Diamond sword, iron axe, and finally we can grab ourselves a golden axe. So it's like a nice area to display your items. That's also on the wall for some decoration. So I think that's going to wrap up today's video, guys. We definitely did a lot of work on the armory as well as the gym. Of course, we didn't finish. There's a few things that we still need to do. And the next episode, we're going to definitely fill out the roof and add in all of the lighting to make the area look even better. As well as I did want to build a prison, but I'm currently out of time, so we'll do that in another future episode like I mentioned. So anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up today's episode of our Let's Build series. If you enjoyed it, please take 1 second to smack the like button, as well as don't forget to leave a comment down below, suggest your own ideas. And if you're listening all the way to this point in the video, I want to mention that I want to do a Q&A on Friday, so leave your questions down below, or you could tweet me and I'll definitely, read those, answer them in the video, as well as include your comments or your tweet. Anyways, guys, this was Twist, and I'll see you later.